Hello, Amanda again. I decided to make another video, and this one is shifting gears. It's not about mental health. It's actually about a topic that has been brought to my attention many times on my channel and also in real life. So I just wanted to talk about it. Don't mind the bottles in the back. Those are my water bottles on my kitchen table. I gotta fill them up. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about psychic ability, because I believe that I do have psychic abilities. I do believe in that stuff, and it's okay if some of you don't. I'm not trying to push any belief system I have on other people. This is just me, who I am, and what I believe about myself to be true. So I just want to say a couple of things that lead me to believe that I've had these experiences. So number one, was after my grandmother died. I had a really hard time with her not being there. She was like my best friend. I talked to her more than I talked to anyone else, and I would tell her things that I wouldn't tell anybody else, and she wouldn't tell anyone either. So she was like a great friend in that aspect. But anyway, she died. I had a hard time coping, and I cried and cried, and I would talk to her like, I just want to know if you're okay. I love you. I miss you. Those kinds of things when you lose a loved one. And one night I went to bed and I was thinking about her, and I fell asleep to thinking about her. And then I had this, what most people would say is a dream. I don't think it was an actual dream. I think it was, I had whatever ability to be able to, in my sleep, be able to cross over into a different plane, more probably the astral plane is what I'm thinking, to be able to have had this communication. And when I say this communication, I mean she came to me in a dream and told me that she was okay, and all the stuff that was bothering me about her, she helped me in this experience to help move on afterward, to go forward instead of being stuck. And if you want to call it a dream, whatever, I don't care what it's called, but it was as real as right now. I'm making this video right at this moment, and this is how real it felt. I'm alive. I'm real. This is what it felt like. I could feel her. I could smell her fragrance from the stuff that she used and whatnot. And I was able to hug her. And I'm going to tell you, it was a real hug. I felt her. She was solid, like I am right now. That's what it felt like. And usually in my dreams, say I hug someone, it feels more like I'm floating in water or something. It doesn't feel like I can actually do it, you know, and it doesn't happen. And if I do it, it's more like I did it, but I don't feel it kind of thing. So that's like my thing about that. I did see her. She did come to me, and she let me know that she was okay. And that helped me. Another experience I had with her as well was when I lived at my mother's house. I went to come out of my bedroom, and my bedroom door is here, and then this whole room is a living room, and then you go here and there's the door to the outside. And I went to the edge of my bedroom, and I went to step out into the living room, and I looked up and I saw her standing there. She had the doors wide open. The screen door was open in, the big door was open out, and she was just standing there with her hand on the screen door, and she was smiling at me. And she just stood there for like 30 seconds and smiled at me. And I just stood there like, am I seeing this? You know, is she really here? And I was just looking at her, and she was looking at me, and she seemed so happy. Like she was no longer in pain, because when she died, she died because she had cancer, and that was very painful. That's a painful way to die. Very, very painful. You know, it's like drowning, you know, it hurts to drown. It's not as easy or simple as people think. But anyway, she was standing there, and she smiled and just stood there and then walked out of the door. She shut both doors and I was still standing there. And my mother turns around and she was in the kitchen and she walked over and she's like, Amanda, did you just open the door or close the door? And I said, no, that was not me. That was Nana. Because she sat there, because she had her back to the door and she thought that I was like just standing there trying to let a cat in or something. I'm like, I wasn't at the door. I have been standing here because I saw her. And she was wearing like her favorite clothes. You know, so that's an experience. I believe she was there. I believe that that was her way of saying, hey, I'm still here. You might not be able to see me necessarily, but I'm here. So that was another experience. And other things that happened too are, sometimes I see things before they happen, or I know the answer to something. Not that I know the answer to something. When like, say you're in a classroom and somebody, like the teacher will ask a question to someone, I know what sentence that's going to come out of their mouth before they say it. I'll sit there and think of the sentence, and that's the exact thing they say. And I'm like, how did I know that? I just knew it. I don't know how. It just popped into my head. Another thing is images will pop into my head. For instance, a while back, I was going to go into my building. It was nighttime, I think. Well, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it was nighttime. And I had pulled into the parking lot. I parked. And before I got out of my car, I had this flash of this particular resident that lives here coming out of the door. And I couldn't see her. She wasn't there, you know. When I pulled in, there was nobody there. But I got out of my van and I started walking inside, and then all of a sudden she comes walking out the door. And you couldn't see her because she was inside the building, but I saw her up here before she came out, and I pictured what she was wearing as well, and she was wearing exactly what I saw. Like, I saw her and everything about her before it actually happened. So that's just another example of that. And another thing is I can see people's auras. I look at somebody and I can see the colors around them. I'm not very good at it. It's not like something I sit here and practice all the time. But when I look at people, you know how sometimes you walk up to someone, you meet them, and you just get this feeling? Okay, that's your intuition. That's part of psychic ability, is listening to your instincts and what comes before you start logically analyzing something, you know. So like, for instance, the DBT leader that I'm going to be seeing in a little bit. When I first met her, I saw like it was like a dark kind of brownish color around her. And I got this feeling like I got bad vibes from her, and I saw this like dark brownish color around her. And usually, like with my counselor, I see like this white around her, and then I'll see like blue and, you know, like purple, and it's kind of like all going out like this, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know, she's cool, you know, whatever. She's got a good sense about her. She's got a good soul, whatever. But this person, oh no, I see brown. Kind of bordering on black, almost. But I don't see any light colors at all. No white, no green, no yellow, no nothing. It's just brown. So that's what I see. So that's just like another example of what I feel is a psychic ability, since it's, you know, it is. So to end, I would like the people who have commented before, or even new people, like if you believe in that, if you have abilities as well or whatnot, I'd love to hear, you know, what you think of what I just said. And also if you have personal experiences that you might want to share, that would be cool too, or, you know, suggestions or whatever. So I think that would be cool. And I'm going to say this, do not leave negative comments on this video, okay? If you don't believe in it, then just don't believe in it, but don't send me a stupid comment, okay? Somebody sent me a private message saying all these negative things to me, and you know what? That's unacceptable. I'm just going to block you and report you. That's what I'm going to do. I've already said this before, but some people, I guess, just don't hear when I'm talking. I don't know. But don't leave negative comments. I'm just going to block you and report you. That's it. Okay? I don't even indulge in it. So I just want to put that out there. Otherwise, I will disable the comments and you guys can send me private messages. Okay? Because I know this is a controversial topic. And I'm not looking to start arguments or I believe in this, you believe in that, like a religious kind of thing. That is not what this is about. This is about me having a personal belief, and I just want feedback from those who are like-minded or believe in the same things that I do. That's all this part of the video is about. So just know that, okay? I don't put up with your guys' BS. It's not worth it. You are not worth it, okay? So yeah. So that's this video. Again, like I said, I just like to hear more about what you think of what I just said, if you can relate, you know, and stuff like that. I just went into a few things. I'm sure I could go into a lot more, which I probably will in other videos. But I guess this is just like, you know, the starter video. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I got to get ready to go. It's at 12:30 and it's like 10:12 right now. And I am feeling anxious. So I got to kind of deal with that so I can go and, you know, deal with it. All right. Well, I hope you guys are doing well and I will see you in my next video. Bye.